Hi, I'm Brad. This is a video series where every episode I give you 21 new advanced English words to increase your vocabulary. I'm getting the words from this book, 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. The reason I've chosen that book is that it deals with changes that are coming in the next 20 to 50 years. And there's a lot of change happening right now with the coronavirus, so I thought it was suitable. Now, if you want to read the book, I'd recommend watching the lesson first because it pre-teaches the vocabulary, so it will make reading the book easier. I'm going to do one lesson for every chapter, and this lesson is about the introduction. If you don't want to read the book and you just want to get 21 advanced English vocabulary words, that is also very good. I've chosen words that are quite common in everyday language, or at least in technical English, so they'll still be very useful for you. Okay, I hope you enjoy the video. Today's first word is humanity. Humanity means all humans as a group or as a society. Example sentence: humanity's greatest challenge is climate change. The next word is pressing. We know pressing a button, but there's another meaning too, and that is pressing meaning urgent. So, I have some pressing business to attend to means I have some urgent things to do. The next one, level the playing field. Level the playing field means make things fair so that everybody has an equal opportunity to succeed. It comes from, imagine a playing field if you're playing football and it's not level, but you level it and it's fair. Example sentence: glasses have leveled the playing field for people who can't see properly. The next one is consciousness. Consciousness means being awake or aware. It's the feeling of being. Agenda. Agenda means plan or goal or motivation. I've included this one because it has two meanings. One is plan, like what's the agenda for today's meeting? Means what are we going to do? Step 1, step 2, step 3. The other meaning is motivation, and it can mean evil or dark motivations. If you say, "Ooh, that guy has an agenda," means he's trying to get something that he's not being open about. The next one, horizon. If you're standing at the beach and looking out at the ocean, that line you see at the very edge is the horizon. It's as far as you can see. We use it a lot in metaphors, which is why I've included it. So scan the horizon is in the book, and that means to do that, basically to look out at the horizon. It can also mean scan the horizon for dangers or opportunities. Can mean you're looking ahead in your life or in a business or in the world and trying to predict what is at the edge of what you can see. Beyond the horizon means you can't see it, but you're assuming it's there. The next one is liberal and conservative. So liberal is the political left, centered on being open to new ideas, new cultures, new ways of thinking. And conservative is the political right, which is more about traditional values and being more centered on your country, maybe your family. The next one, reality is composed of many threads. So literally, a thread is a small piece of string. So a t-shirt has a lot of threads in it. It can also mean a clue or a story or a part of something. So you could say we need to bring all the threads together to understand the story. A thread means a part of something. The next word is narrative. Narrative means story as well, or explanation of a situation. So if you say the president's narrative doesn't fit with reality, that means the president's explanation of the situation is wrong. The next word is inequality. Inequality just means two things not being equal. But when we're talking about inequality, we're usually talking about the gap between the rich and the poor. If you say inequality is too big, you mean that the rich are too rich and the poor are too poor. Example sentence: inequality is one of the biggest challenges facing humanity. The next one is free market capitalism. The free market means you can buy and sell things with almost no laws. So free market capitalism is basically just that. Example sentence: supply and demand are the forces of free market capitalism. In a jam. In a jam just means stuck. I'm in a bit of a jam actually. I've lost my job and I need to pay rent. It's not really true. Okay, the next one is undermine. Undermine means basically dig under something, and you make the thing weaker because you've dug out whatever was supporting it. Example sentence: coronavirus has undermined the economy. The next one is welfare state. Welfare state is a government system where you give money to the poorest people to stop them starving or going into poverty. The welfare state is supposed to protect people from poverty. Unprecedented. Unprecedented means it was not known before, or it has never been done before. For example, Microsoft Windows 95 had unprecedented success in the PC market. Rise to the occasion. To rise to the occasion means to perform much better than usual because you're in a much harder situation. For example, he's usually lazy, but when the pressure is on, he'll always rise to the occasion. The next one is post-truth. Post means after, and when we're talking about the post-truth world, we're talking about it's hard to really know fact from fiction. Example sentence: some say that Trump lives in a post-truth world. The next word is looming. We use looming to say that something is coming at us from the distance, something big and scary usually. You might use it to say like climate change is a looming disaster. It's big, it's scary, and it's kind of coming at us, but you can't really see it clearly. We can also use looming with the horizon, like we said before. We're talking about on the horizon. There is danger looming on the horizon. It means something scary is coming, but you can't really tell what it is. The next one is weapons of mass destruction. This is bombs, nuclear weapons, maybe biological or chemical weapons that can kill a lot of people. It's used quite often throughout this book. Next one, at the mercy of. At the mercy of something means that thing is more powerful than you, and you can really only do what you can do with no control over that. For example, on a boat, you're at the mercy of the weather. And the last one, out of context. Out of context means without the information needed to understand it properly. For example, if someone says, Hitler said, we should all be Nazis. That quote makes sense. If you just said, Brad said, ... we should all be Nazis, then that quote, although I did say it, is taken out of context and makes no sense because of it. Okay, and that's all the words for today. So those are from the introduction of the book. Read through the introduction now and comment if you have any other questions regarding it. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.